Hello everyone, I am Tanveer from India. In this video, we will learn how you can use Google Scholar and how it can be useful for you being a researcher to explore publications and to know various research metrics offered by Google Scholar. So let us start. So, what you can search in Google Scholar is scholarly literature per your discipline or field. You can search the research papers and you can have a numerous disciplines and sources available in Google Scholar. You can explore theses, books, abstracts, academics, publishers. So these are the things which you can search if you are a researcher and looking forward to use Google Scholar for your research work. And what is there for you? You can have the publications from different publishers and authors in Google Scholar. You can analyze the citations that who are using your papers in their reference section and who is going to use your data in his or her research paper. So these things can be analyzed using the citation toolbox in Google Scholar. And next to it is Google Scholar metrics, that there are different metrics offered by Google Scholar, that is H index and I10 index. So we will discuss how you can analyze those metrics for your research. So let us explore and go to google.com. So here you have to type Google Scholar and the website for it is scholar.google.com. Here you can see that it is there are articles about COVID-19 from different publisher. You can search here and there is a search bar where you can search your articles. So suppose I have written electromagnetic radiations, so that you can able to retrieve the research papers written by different authors around the world. So these are the various research papers on electromagnetic radiation if it is a field for you to do the research. So on the left side you can see you can search year wise about the publications regarding electromagnetic radiations. So let us click on the back button and here I will type my own name to search my profile, or if you are going to search profile of any researcher you know. So I know that this is my profile, Tanveer Singh here, and my whole papers will appear here. So this is my profile and your institution name and your research area you can mention here. So these are my papers and you can see here there is a cited by that 29 researchers have cited my this paper, that is a nanotechnology, a review, in their reference section. So here you can add the title if you are going to add more articles. So there are few options. You can have a add article groups. You can add articles which will automatically search Google Scholar database. Suppose I have written Tanveer Singh, so there are few papers but they are not my research paper. Here you can see that nanotechnology, a review, it is already added in my profile. So whenever there will be a research paper which I have written will appear here, I will click on this button and I will click on the tick button to add into my profile of Google Scholar. So this is how automatically you can add the articles, and if you want to add manually you can click on add article manually. Here you can give the details, that what is the title of your paper, who were the authors, publication date, journal, volume, issue, pages and publisher. All the things you can fill manually to add your paper manually in the database of Google Scholar. So this is all about how you can have your author profile and how you can add the paper title. So the next thing is here you can see the three dots. So let me click on this paper and there is an option of export button, which means you can export this paper as per the template of BibTeX, EndNote, RefMan and CSV. So whatever is your requirement, you can download the references or you can download that BibTeX style or other styles you need to submit anywhere, or if you want to add in your presentation. So these four styles you can export about your article from here. So now the next thing is in the Google Scholar is citation and different Google Scholar metrics. So here you can see that my total citation is 162 and 91 since 2015, and H index is 6. So it is a very interesting thing in Google Scholar. 6 means I have 6 research papers that are cited by more than six authors. So let us say how it is going on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So there are 6 papers that are cited more than 6 times. So this will be not included in that H index. So here you can see the definition that H index is the largest number H such that H publications have at least H citations. The second column has a recent version of this metric, which is the largest number H such that H publications have at least H new citations in the last 5 years. So this is how H index is calculated. So if there is 7 and in the place of 6, so in that case my H index will be 7. And I10 index means like my I10 index is 5, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 articles that are cited more than 10 times. So this means my I10 index is 10. So in this way these metrics are calculated in Google Scholar. So it is recommended to have high H index and high I10 index. So below that you can see my co-authors. So these are my co-authors in my various papers. You can add co-authors by just simply search here about your author name, which is a co-author in any of your papers, so that you can add those co-authors. So the benefit of adding co-authors is you can see their research papers. If in case you miss to add research paper which you both have written in your Google Scholar profile, so you can search from your co-author profile and can add in your own profile. So this is all about how you can have a Google Scholar usage in your research credentials. So learning outcomes is you can create your author profile in Google Scholar. You can add the paper titles. You can export your papers in different styles available at Google Scholar. You can know about your citations and metrics, which is very important and considered as a research credentials to your profile, and how you can add the co-authors to know the research papers written by your co-authors in different with different publishers and so on. So this is all about how you can use Google Scholar. So thank you so much. Happy learning.